Good morning, Austin. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm great. So my name is Michelle, and I'm the hiring manager for the Texas Wildlife position that you're applying for. And
Okay.
it's a manager 3 position. So I appreciate your time. And I wanted to start off by just seeing if I could get to know you a little bit by just telling me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm currently enrolled at Embry-Riddle University. I'm pursuing my program manager degree, my bachelor's. Uh, I'm also working as a full-time contractor, a defense contractor. I've been doing this for a little over 9 years. Before that, I worked I was in the United States Air Force. I did that for 4 years as well. Both of these positions have let me travel quite a bit. I've been able to meet people from all different backgrounds, walks of life. It's been very helpful in just growing my ability to understand people and work with people from different perspectives.
Okay. So the next few questions I'm going to ask or may ask might involve situational questions just on how you approach the situation. So one thing I'd be interested in knowing is, have you ever encountered a difficult situation in the past? And if so, how did you handle that?
I'd have to say probably my most difficult situation was when I set up a remote site in Africa. We had 2 generators that powered the entire operation. We were fully set up and operational within 48 hours. During the initial test flight, we had both go down due to dirty fuel that was there at the site. The generators just couldn't handle the contaminants. This led me to running around base as we had 24 hours to get the airplane back in the air, or the company would have faced a massive fine from the US government. So I talked with everybody on base. I tried to recruit a translator to help me find some other options available. Called multiple contract companies off base. I exhausted everything that I knew of. Eventually, I was able to convince the CE there on base to loan me 2 generators for 6 months while we packed these up, shipped them back to the States, and then got two generators that were able to handle the environment out there. That was easily one of the most stressful situations, the most difficult situations I've run into in my career.
Okay. So I guess my next question is, looking at your career, and I know you've been with the contracting industry for quite some time, and then prior military. When you look at your future, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Well, I have to say I find myself very fortunate throughout my career. I've been able to use my abilities to their fullest, as well as I've been able to add value, not only in my life, but to the companies and the roles I've been in. I hope to see that same fortune continue with Texas Wildlife as a program manager. I hope to, again, build myself, improve it in that aspect, as well as add value and improve the Parks Department as well.
Awesome. Okay. So you kind of answered the question, but when you looked at this program manager position and applied for it, what made you interested? What made you want to apply?
Well, looking at the requirements and the duties at the job, I see that the need for planning future projects, handling minor repairs, scheduling maintenance, and things of that nature. And that's all something I've done. That's all those things are something I've done for the past 9 years, and generally with a lot less resources and deployed locations where I don't really have, I don't have funds to go get something, or I have to use everything that's at my disposal at the time. And this just seems like another fit where I could use my abilities again.
So you've had to be quite resourceful, I guess.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so when you think about your strengths, what would you say that looks like for you?
Well, you actually just touched on it. I would have to agree with you and say my resourcefulness. I know I've mentioned it quite a bit, but again, being downrange during a deployment, you just don't have many things there for you. You have limited equipment, you have limited funds. Even if you do have the funds, there's not a base outside of, or there's not a shop right outside the Afghanistan base to where I can just go buy it. So there's generally long lead times for the parts and pieces I need.
Wow.
So you just have to be able to utilize people and things around you the best you can to get the job done, and just make sure that you're doing it in a safe manner. But you can't let small things trip you up out there, because when you're doing real life support missions for people on the ground, you can't just say, "Hey, I'm sorry, we'll be back on the we'll be back in the air in 3 months." That's not going to cut it.
Got it. Understood. Okay. So I'm curious just to know why you're considering leaving your, because it sounds like you've had an awesome career
Yes,
in
ma'am.
contracting. You've mentioned a lot of positive things. So what makes you want to make the change now?
Well, unfortunately, I'm just maxed out at my current capacity as far as progression or advancement goes.
Okay.
That's something I hope to achieve with Texas Wildlife, is being able to continue my growth, not only in my career, but also self-improvement. And I've been very, I will also have to say that I'd like to stay with my family a little bit more. So in this job, you leave for 3, 6, 9 months at a time. And I would just like to be closer to my family and my wife as well.
Okay, makes sense. All right, I guess my last question is, what motivates you? What does that look like?
I'd have to say getting, just seeing the completion of a project, being able to know I helped facilitate a job come to fruition from nothing, really excites me. And that's one of the main factors that led to me being one of the top in my field as a generator technician, is that I got to see various malfunctions from different perspectives. I had to figure out if it was mechanical, electrical, hydraulic, things of that nature. Now, throughout my career, I've progressed and I've been able to transition into a managerial position. So now my perspective is from that standpoint, to where it includes budgets, planning, coordination with employees and other managers, and making sure everybody's on the same page. So now the projects I see completed are, as I mentioned, not as tangible, but easily noticeable at the end.
Yeah, you have quite an impressive resume. Well, let me ask you this. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah. So upon hiring, what would you expect from me? Let's just say within, okay, good.
So what I look for, honestly, is someone that's a self-starter, a problem solver, has initiative.
Okay. Okay.
Someone that's definitely motivated and wants to do the right thing, and then is not, at the same time, not afraid to ask questions. So,
Okay.
you know, just based on what you've said so far, that sounds like that fits a lot of what you had to do in the past 9 years.
Glad to hear that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I just definitely want somebody that wants to do more and make an impact.
Okay. Sounds
So,
like a perfect fit.
and the job is, it's not easy, but I think it sounds like definitely one that you'd be able to adapt to. If we decide to go that route and you think you might want to pursue the next level interview.
Okay.
So
Sounds good. Definitely.
okay. All right. Well, I will have my my assistant reach out, and we will do the next interview and look at your schedule, look at our schedule, and then and see where it goes from there.
Okay. Sounds great. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Look forward
Bye.
to hear from y'all. You too. Bye-bye.
Absolutely. Bye.